Yo, yo, what up? Okay, I think this is working. What's up, everybody? Hello, how's everyone doing? What's up, Ives? Hi, Tay. Hi, Kay. Hi, Leah. Hi, Rachel. Cozy John. John is freaking cold right now, if I'm being completely honest. It's literally so cold in here, by the way. Holy frick. Holy frick, it's so cold in here. Oh my goodness. I just watched Cinnamon Toast Ken's video. We'll be talking about that in a little bit, don't you worry. And just keep the music. I see how it is. Is this a VTuber IRL? Yes. I'm a real life VTuber. Hello from Norway. It's probably cold over there. Everything in the kitchen. I love your channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love you. Goral World loves you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Cinnamon Toast video was good. I've never heard of him. Yeah, he's great. His whole, everything that he does, I like him. He seems like a nice guy. Rachel, who's my business partner, assistant, whatever you want to call her, she's a huge fan of Ken's. She watches his videos, like all of I think she watches like most of them. And so I'm always I actually was alerted to this video by someone on Instagram. That someone sent it to me, and it was and then I talked to Rachel, and she of course had already seen the video. And so we'll be talking about that in a little bit. Don't worry, we're gonna go over the whole video. But yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just stick around and you will know exactly what I'm talking about. It's freezing in the Bay Area. It's cold here. What's up, Emily? I hope everyone's having a good day. It is Friday, at least here in America. I don't know if you're in Australia. I think it's Saturday now already or something like that. Because they're like ahead of time. But this is my first time joining one of your lives. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I love Ken and Dane. Yes, 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 yes. How am I? You know, I'm doing pretty good. Past few days, I've been getting a lot of work done, which is a good thing for me. There's been, I've just been doing a lot, and it's been good. It's been good. I've been enjoying it. There's going to be a lot of stuff that needs to change. That's going to be changing soon. I'm going to be leaving the. I'm going to be leaving this office within the next few weeks. I think I'll probably start a lot of the packing up and moving of stuff this next week during the week. Maybe even start a little bit this weekend. I don't know exactly. And so we'll no longer have the office, so we'll be back in basically my room. And so, which is, kind of a bummer because I do like, what's up, Liam? I do like the office and like, I like how it looks. I put a lot of work into it, but just sadly, it's just a price. It doesn't make sense for me financially. So just financially, I need to kind of save the money because I pay monthly, obviously, rent, and I just kind of need to save that. So we'll be back home, which has its negatives, but there are definitely positives, which I'm looking forward to. And so, it is what it is, just a new season. So that'll be something that's happening probably this next week coming up. I'll probably have to kind of start kicking that into overdrive because I have to be out of here by, it's not like I'm getting kicked out, but I paid for January and haven't paid for February, so I need to be out before then. Luckily, it was like a month-to-month thing, so I don't have to stay for a long time or break a lease or anything like that. So thankfully, that's good. I'm listening right now as I'm trying to fall asleep. Well, I hope you are able to drift off to slumberland soon. Am I moving? No, I'm not moving personally. I'm just moving the office back to my house. Hopefully it doesn't make it too hard to preserve a decent work-life balance. Yeah, that was something that, because I had one of the things that I am excited about is not, like, there's no central heating or air here. And so it's like very cold. And so I'm currently have a blanket on my legs and my hands are literally like ice cubes. So I'm excited about not being so cold all the time when it's, because like here when it's, because there's no insulation, so when it's like slightly cold outside, it is very cold in here, and then when it's kind of hot outside, it's very hot in here. And so I am excited about central heating and air will be nice, because your boy is struggling. If you keep growing your hair out, you're eventually going to have to start playing ice hockey. Dude, it's funny because I never knew that I had curly hair until I grew it out, and it's like pretty curly, man. Like it'll like coil like a really like tight curl, and I did not know that was even a thing. Like I didn't know my hair could do that, but once you kind of grow it out, I guess you kind of figure that stuff out, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, I don't know. As far as like what I want to do with my hair, I still really don't have any plans. I've just kind of been growing it out because I've never actually grown it out to be Shirley Temple vibes. Yeah, for real. I've never grown it out to be like actual long hair. I've always kind of like, I always would cut it before it would actually get like long. I used to have like, I guess you'd call it like the, I guess you'd call it the Justin Bieber hair, where I had like the flip in front of my face, right? I had that a lot growing up for a long time. I had like that kind of style of hair where it's like kind of long in the front, shorter on the sides, and I kept like the neck not super long. And then I did like the comb over for a long time, and then I kind of went crazy with my hair for a while, but I've never like grown it out to be like actually look like it's long hair. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I didn't know I had curly hair until I was 17. Now you have luscious locks, bro. Everyone knows with purple short hair, everyone knows people with short hair look like they have rounder, fatter faces. Well, ALR does. Thoughts on Mr. Snowflake? To be completely honest, I had never really seen any of his videos until the recent, and I haven't even really watched them fully, to be completely honest, but until the recent like interview things. I think that's a good thing to be interviewing these people and getting their story out there. But I don't have much. Yeah, that's about it. It seems like he seems like a nice guy from what I've seen. And it seems like he's putting a lot of work into his content, and like, it seems like from what I've seen, again, I haven't watched too much, but it seems like there's like a good amount of thought, and care put into the stuff that he's putting out, which I think is a good thing. But again, I just don't have much information, to be completely honest. Any plans to diet again? Probably not, because if I want to diet because my hair is pretty dark, it's like, I've always thought it was like, so it used to be really blonde when I was younger, like really, really blonde. And then I always thought it was like brown or like brunette, but apparently like my girlfriend and stuff says that it's just a really dark blonde, which I don't know. I don't know how true that is. That's what my girlfriend says. She says it's a dark blonde, but regardless, if I do want to diet, I have to shave it. I have to bleach it. And then like once I bleach my hair, it's like you have fully committed to your hair being like that for it just, and so that's the reason why I ended up shaving it recently, or like a few years ago, because I just didn't want to deal with dyeing it again or bleaching it again, getting rid of the roots, all that. I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. So I just don't think I'll ever do color like that again. Nicole says you could probably add color that's specific for brown hair. Maybe, I don't know. I would rather, for me, I'd rather just keep it the mullet. I've done that before, but I think I'd rather keep it the color it is. And because I feel like that's the healthiest thing to do for your hair is like the more you're bleaching it and coloring it and doing stuff to it, I feel like that the more unhealthy it gets. So I'd rather just let it grow and be like healthy and hopefully have like some sort of freaking mane. But again, who knows? Like I will probably cut it because I am impatient and I don't know how long I'm going to, we'll see. We'll see. Because I really don't know what to do with my hair. Like I've been Rachel just sent me this. Here, I'll show you guys. So, I've had some different colored hair, but I think I'm done with that phase. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm done with that phase. So I think I'm just going to keep it, pretty, I'm just going to keep it normal, I think for right now, at least. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm trying to. Oh, she sent me a pink one too. Here, one second. I'm trying to pop this chat out of here. Wait, I did it earlier. Why can't I do it right now? And there it is. Pop out chat, and I'll put this over here. Got it. Hey, I'll show you guys the pink hair too. You have curly hair, a mullet would look good. That would have to be pretty long. So that was when it was pink. I had a bunch of different colors. It was a good time. I thought the pink looked pretty cool. I like the pink. But yeah. But now, we're just vibing on normal colors, man. We're just vibing on some normal colors. Keeping it normal. Because I am just like the thing is that I am just lazy as well, and so when you're doing hair like that, it requires a lot of work, which I am just not going to do. Like I just know that I'm not. Like it requires like the color that I had. I was also training, which was very annoying. I was training for a triathlon at the time, so I had to swim in a pool, and so that would absolutely destroy the color in your hair. It just destroyed it. It completely. It would strip the color. Like it was bad, and so it was very annoying because I'd have to keep up with it constantly, and I'd have to re-dye it or recolor it or whatever, and it got to be annoying. And so eventually, like most of the time, all those colors I would usually end up it would be basically go back to the bleached look, and then I would stay like that for a long time because it was just it would just not work very well. So I think that I'm just kind of too lazy for that, to be honest, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? My hair used to be pink, too much to maintain. I went copper for the fall and really liked it. Yeah, exactly. I know how you feel. Have I watched the Jubilee fat versus skinny video? I think I have. I've seen a few of those. Extra $300 a month to get rid of the grays. I vote mullet as well. Purple mohawk. Have I ever watched any of Chikara transformation videos? Yeah, I think did we do a video together? I think maybe we did a live stream together a few years ago. Yeah, I don't really remember exactly, but I know who that is. I've seen a good amount of her videos. I've done colored extensions to avoid maintenance. That makes sense. I did a reaction to a reaction. Oh yeah, yes. I remember those days. The reaction to a reaction of a reaction to a reaction. The meta. I vote for Mize Adam hairstyle, British comedian. I don't know who that is, and I don't know what the hair looks like. I like that this stream has turned into me just talking about my hair. It was not the plan. Every time I go out, I feel the urge to step into a shop or fast food to buy cola or something to eat. Is there a way to stop that? I mean, the urge is different than doing it, right? And so, like, the urge might take a while to get rid of, but you know, it's okay. It's okay to have, like, I don't know. The way I see it is, like, it's okay to have the urge. It's just don't act on the urge. And then, like, every time you don't act on the urge, you're building up the confidence that you have in yourself to know that you can say no to certain things, right? Because I think a lot of people, they feel like it is impossible for them to say no. And so they feel like once they urge, it's like you get this anxiety about feeling the urge, because if you feel the urge, you feel like you can't say no to the urge. And so once you feel the urge, you're like, crap, there's nothing I can do about this. Like, I'm just going to have to whatever, right? So the more times that you are able to say no, the more you are proving to yourself that you can say no. You get what I'm saying? And I think that over time, it just gets easier and easier as you get more and more used to being able to say no, and you start to believe in yourself. I hope that makes sense. Have I been keeping up with FoodieBeauty? Yeah, I've been, so it's interesting with Chantal, whatever. I have not made as many videos, right, as obviously as I've made with like AmberLynn, right? But I have been keeping tabs. I think I want to make like more of a comprehensive kind of video with that. So it's going to be probably a longer one where I kind of catch up on everything that's gone on, because I think, so it will get easier over time. Yes, exactly. I think it will basically start from where the last time I talked about her, I think was right when she moved to, I forget what exact, was it Saudi Arabia? I don't know. But so that was the last time I think I talked about it. Dubai, Kuwait. Okay. Sorry. My bad. Okay. I'm sorry. And so that was the last time I talked. So basically I think the next time will be an update, you know what I mean? Basically. And so, that'll be the next thing. So that's kind of the plan there. Please cover Poopgate. Yes, I'm sure I will. It'll all be in there. It'll all be in there for sure. But yeah, so that's the plan. That's the plan for sure. So we will be doing that. Interesting stuff. Married a romance scammer is trying to cure her diabetes with rice and whole fat cheese. What a time. Megan Ann did a great video about ALR. Yeah, she's been doing those like kind of deep dives, longer videos, and I think to an extent she has inspired me to maybe make videos like that. Her as well as other people. Me and Megan I don't talk to many creators. I just don't, but she's one person that, it's not like we talk every day, but I actually do talk to Megan outside of YouTube, right? And so she's someone that I like Megan. She's nice. I think she's cool. Poopgate, boy, I've been out of the loop for a while. Yes. Rachel is asking everyone to give it a like, so. I'm dealing with cats that have destroyed my house, and I'm poor MP on a box. Megan Ann is wonderful. Yes, I agree. Megan's good. Megan's cool. We talk about video games most of the time. Whenever we're talking, is usually like we're talking about video games. I usually ask her what she's playing, what her I think it's girlfriend. They're not like engaged or anything. What both of them are playing and stuff. That's honestly most of the time when we talk about stuff. But yeah, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I could update you guys on. I mean, I just streamed not too long ago. You haven't played video games in 3 months? Dang, Ives, you're a new man, huh? I just downloaded, there's a new Prince of Persia. There's a demo for PS5, Xbox, and I think it's on PC, but it's not on Steam, which is annoying. But I downloaded it on my PS5, and so I think I'm gonna play that later today. It's just a demo for it's very different from the old Prince of Persia games though, but apparently it's pretty good. So can I add food recipes into the playbook? I saw some old videos when you were doing a day of eating. Yeah, I can do that. I've actually thought about this. Whatever. I'll just say it. Whatever. It's not like if I say it, it's definitely going to happen. But I was talking to my girlfriend. So my girlfriend, she is an incredible cook. Okay. So if you guys don't know, so my girlfriend, she's in the chat, but she's an incredible cook. I haven't even brought this up to Rachel, but whatever. She's incredible, but she's lost 150-ish pounds herself. So she's lost a lot of weight. She's a really good cook. She cooks for me all the time whenever I go and visit her, but she also cooks very, very macro-friendly meals, and she loves to cook. And so I was talking to her, and I was like, we should do a cookbook together, right? The majority of the recipes would be hers, to be honest, but I would also add some things as well. And so I was thinking we could do like a cookbook together. And I've never done one before, because if I did a cookbook by myself, y'all, it would be trash. Okay. I'm telling you right now, it would be so bad. That's just the honest truth. Okay. I know people do not want to eat the way that I eat. And I get it. It's fair, and that's fine. It's completely understandable. But she actually can cook, and she likes to cook. I'm like, I cook and I do it because I have to, or else I will perish, right? She actually enjoys it. And what's nice is she always says that when I come over there, she enjoys cooking because she's cooking for someone else. So then she like experiments with stuff. So I think we're going to do a cookbook. And so it's literally in the beginning stages. We talked about it yesterday. So it probably won't be for a while. I'll have my stir fry in there. I'll probably put some oatmeal. I was thinking about ideas of like an Amanda version and then a John version, right? And so Amanda's my girlfriend. The Amanda version will be like nicer ingredients, and you'll actually spend time cooking and putting things together and cutting up vegetables. And then the John version will be like, grab the frozen vegetables, throw them in the microwave. Like, grab this thing, put it, grab the pre-cooked rice, throw it in the microwave. Get this pre-made sauce, pour it on top. There you go. You know what I mean? So I think it'd be funny to have like a John version when you don't have that much time, and then a Amanda version when you actually want to spend some time cooking. But I think that could be fun. John version is college friendly. Exactly. But yeah, I think that could be cool. But again, very much so the beginning stages. I probably should not have brought it up. And Amanda will probably be like, why did you have to? Also, Ives, I just got your text. Thanks for tuning in, bro. If you guys don't know, me and Ives, we became friends because of a video game when I used to stream on Twitch. Which I don't know if I don't know. I kind of like doing YouTube. But we started playing Valorant together, and then we became like literal, like actual friends. But that's who Ives is, in case you were wondering. Shout out to Ivan. She has totally given up, if you ask me. Who has? FoodieBeauty? I feel like Twitch has died. So many streamers moved to TikTok. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really been watching much, but I get very like, if I'm not really watching a game that's like competitive, I don't really watch Twitch very much. I don't know. I find other ways to like, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Recently, I've been listening to audiobooks on Audible a lot, which has actually been really, really fun. Of course, Ives, I love you, man. I'm not going to say the book that I'm listening to right now because sometimes people can be jerks and spoil stuff. So I'm not going to say the book that I'm listening to. Usually I listened to this book called Open by Andre Agassi, who's a tennis person. So I've been playing tennis, and he was like really big in the 90s and early 2000s. It was a really interesting autobiography. If you like autobiographies, I highly recommend it. Even if you're not into tennis that much, I think that it's really interesting. And then for anyone out there, I highly recommend this book. Truly, I highly recommend Scattered Minds. It is so good. So good. If you have ADD or ADHD, I highly recommend that book. Get it on Audible because I know. What's up, Danny? I can't read a book. I can't pay attention. So if you have ADD, just listening to it, that's what I did. I just listened to it on Audible. I highly recommend Scattered Minds. I made Rachel get it because I was like, you need to read this so you can understand like what's going on in my head. Highly recommend. So listening to it, reading it, whatever. Those are the two ones that I've listened to recently. Very, very good. And then again, I'm not going to share because right now I'm listening to just a fiction book, and I'm not going to share it because I don't want someone to ruin it. But I'll talk about it when I'm done with it for sure. It's been good so far. I've been listening to it a lot. But yeah, so that's what's going on with me. I think now is good a time as ever to actually get into this video that we're going to be talking about. So here, let me pause this music. Also, I just want to say thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. As I'm kind of like reacting to this video, I probably won't talk to chat very much. I just want you to understand that I do appreciate you, and feel free to type in the chat as much as you want. But I don't know. Maybe I will because I'm not like recording this. I don't know. We'll see. So this is the video that we're going to be talking about. And so a little bit of disclaimer, or just so you guys kind of know what's going on. So these are this is Cinnamon Toast Ken, and his wife is really into Goral World, right? And so the title of this, and this is Dane, I believe. I'm sorry, I don't really watch these videos too much, but I'm pretty sure this is Dane. They're both very nice guys. They seem very, very cool, very sweet. But they're obviously not super into Goral World. They've talked about it a little bit. But his Ken's wife is over here, whose name is Mary, that apparently watches my videos, which you guys will see. I will say I've watched about 4 minutes of this video. I have not watched the whole thing. But I've watched the first like 4 minutes, when I'm talked about, because obviously I'm very full of myself, and when people are talking about me, I need to know. And so, I think I'm going to move my face down though over here, I think, just so I'm out of the way, because I'm kind of in the middle of everything right there. But yeah, so that's kind of what is going on. And they're kind of just talking about Goral World, which I don't think I really need to explain anymore. So without further ado, let's just kind of get into it, y'all.
Hello, everybody. I'm Cinnamon Toast Ken. That's Buff Pro. And this is Mary, my lovely wife. And today,
hi,
Mary is going to teach us about...
Also, let me know how the audio is. If he's too loud, or just let me know.
Goral World. She's made this big slide, this big presentation for us.
So it goes, you can't read it, but it says Intro to Goral World, a brief summary by Mary, and then in parentheses, Ken's hot wife. I think it's a little loud, so I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. You like the audio? Okay. Well, Rachel says she likes it. So let's see what Mary has to say, and Ken and Dane and everyone. All right.
Go through and learn all the things that we don't ever know about.
Because
where we talk about these people, there's always people in the comments.
I think that's
good. Ken, you don't know the lore.
Dude, this is literally happens to me. This is why every time I make any sort of video on AmberLynn, because that's who I talk about the most, right? In this kind of thing, I always say like, we're talking about this very specific thing, because if I don't say that, everyone will be like, you didn't bring up this thing, and this thing is like, I'm sorry, okay? I'm trying my hardest, but there's a lot of lore that goes into this stuff.
10 years of information that you're missing. You don't have it, and it's just killing me inside that you don't know. So now we're going to know. This is Intro to Goral World.
Let's
a brief
do
summary
it.
by Mary, Ken's hot wife.
I love that in parentheses. Ken's hot wife.
That's right.
Everyone, let me get a thumbs up in chat if you're excited.
Also in parentheses, by the greatest YouTubers to ever live.
True.
That's right. All right, so first off, who are the Gorals? The Gorals. I got a question already for Mary. Why is it girls spelt like that?
As you can see at the bottom of the slide, fun fact, Amber named the girl world as that's how she pronounces the word girl.
She does. That is true. And I will say for myself as well, I pronounce it like this now. Like when I'm talking about this, I can't help it. I really can't help it.
It's all there right in front of me. I felt like I just asked Mary where like the ketchup was. It's like sitting right there in the front of the refrigerator. All you got to do is just move one thing. It's like right there. You're like, oh, God dang it. That wasn't there before, I promise. All right. So who are the girls? You got AmberLynn Reed. She's the American queen of Goral World. She's the queen. Yeah. She's got the crown. She's got the tiara. All right. She's
well, we know her. We know her. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Then you got FoodieBeauty, Chantel Marie Al Rafay, Canadian queen of girl. She's the Canadian queen, which is like more like a duchess, you know. Sorry, Canada.
Someone said in chat, we need one of those investigator boards with pins and like the red, like it was Charlie Day from Always Sunny, like, and then he goes here and this goes here and then this goes here.
So we got two leaders here. She's the co-leader.
Yeah.
The Canadian leader. All right.
Then the one that wishes they were the leader, which is Nickocado Avocado. Oh, Nick Avocado. We know him too.
Yep.
Hungry Fat Chick / Candy. Amy and Tammy from 1,000 Pound Sisters, right?
What?
Amy and Tammy were one of the original, well, the both of them were the original girls. They started their whole career here on YouTube. And then they were picked up. They took AmberLynn's whole dream being picked up by TLC, and now they're super famous outside of the girl world.
AmberLynn Jelly.
Amy and Tammy.
Dude, it's true though. Like it's crazy. Whenever I talk about that, it's wild. It's wild to see it.
Okay, all right. And then there's also the other like channels that are like the lore masters, the Goral World professors, and this is some of the ones that Mary's listed. I'm sure there's more, but you got like Zachary, Michael, you got what's it, Apathetic Facts, Karina Kaboom, Willow Davis, and then others.
I do want to say, and I think she says it here. There's way more people that talk about the girl world than there are the girls. You know what I'm saying?
Other people, like there are more people than what I just listed as to who are the girls. So there are other people that these people talk about, but primarily their channels were created to talk about these people. Out of these guys, my favorites obviously are Beast to Beast.
Let's go. I hope my award is in the mail. All right, I'm waiting. I feel honored. This is honestly, I think for me personally, it might be the greatest day of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like see this plaque, 100,000 subscribers, toss that away. I'm going to write in Sharpie on a piece of paper, Mary's favorite YouTuber. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm very proud of myself.
I've already told you guys how much I love a Beast to Beast. He's fantastic. He doesn't talk about pretty much anyone other than AmberLynn and Hungry Fat Chick. Out of the girl world, I mean. Although he has talked about Amy and Tammy before. But he does a lot of stuff outside of the girl world.
Yeah, I try my best. Also, Stephanie, thank you so much for the, I think that's Canadian. So glad you're doing reaction to this. I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, so like I've obviously talked about Amber. So with Amber, the reason I've been so interested with her is that obviously we had our like actual interaction where I fell into the like trap, I guess you could say, of being like, oh, this person has obviously been trying to lose weight. Let me try and help her. And then we actually had our communication where I was actually I was messaging her on Instagram about like, this is what I would recommend. And that's when I found out, oh, she really does know a lot about macronutrients and weight loss. And she understood calories and all this stuff. Like she knew a lot of the basics. So I tried to help. That didn't work out. And then as like the first video I made, I started seeing messages already of people being like, oh, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. And then stubbornly, I was like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. This is gonna be fine. And clearly things have progressed since then. So that's why I feel like personally for me, I am more like connected with her, why I make more videos about that. I think it's been interesting. FoodieBeauty, obviously I've made a couple. I talked about it earlier in the stream. I might make a longer video soon. Nick, I've talked about a few times. Tammy and Amy, I didn't talk about them until 1,000 Pound Sisters, obviously. I think that they've been doing an incredible job. I think it's been really cool to see. And I even saw some comments. When they talked about the 1,000 Pound Sisters and how much, weight they've lost and how good they look. So I think that's awesome. And then obviously Hungry Fat Chick, me and Candy, like we've actually talked as well. And I catch flack because I'm a lot nicer to Candy than I think maybe other people are, but I don't know. I can't help it. She just seems like a very nice person. This sounds weird, but she does remind me of my mom, not in like the weight stuff, but just in the way that they speak and their mannerisms and those things. And so I think that that's why I have more, I guess you could say, tenderness towards her, because I don't know. I can't help it. It is what it is. Like, and then, yeah, I would say that's for the most part, that's pretty much everybody I think I mentioned, but not that anybody asked, but yeah.
But Zachary Michael, Apathetic Facts, Karina Kaboom, Willow Davis, Alice is Shook, and Mr. Snowflake, that is their bread and butter. Like, the Goral World is how they make their living. So they are the experts. I am definitely not a Goral World professor. I am just a
connoisseur.
Yeah, there we go.
A connoisseur.
That's a shout out to all those channels, and then more if you wanna get some more.
I feel the same way. Like, I wouldn't say that I'm a professor at all.
People that get more juicy and deep into it. So, why do we care? A lot of people watch the Goral World in the same way they watch reality TV. But instead of being produced and edited by TLC, Goral World content is produced in its very own stars. Each girl has their own show, and they have their own audience, the quite a bit overlap, and they all occasionally interact with each other.
Yep.
So I guess that's why they're the Goral World, because they like kind of
it's
like
all
crossovers.
connected.
Yeah.
There is a lot of crossover.
They're gang.
The gang, yeah.
Gang.
There's usually just the plot, lots of unexpected twists and turns, funny side characters. I usually separate time periods from the Goral World into specific eras or shows. The whole eras thing is getting on my nerves. Like, this is my blah era. Like,
oh God, here we go.
Era. I just throw stuff in there and let autocorrect get me. It's like, what is an era? A long and distinct period of history, and I guess that makes sense, but like a long,
What's up,
that
Destined for
part,
Greatness?
people are like, this is my era. They do something for like a week. It's like, shut up. It's just like breaking, like people say breaking the internet. Oh, it makes me cringe to my core.
Unless you got Comcast. You never know when you got Comcast.
Unless you're Wreck-It Ralph, then you break the internet literally. Life in the Goral World tends to move in cycles, and even when things seem to go completely sideways, it almost always ends exactly where it began, the endless cycle. This predictability makes it easy for the audience to make guesses as to what will happen next, and it's also drawn viewers back in after years after they decide to stop watching. Oh, but we got a trigger warning down here. Trigger warning. Got the finger. Things have gotten very dark in the Goral World before, with serious allegations of domestic violence, animal abuse, and drug and alcohol abuse. For the most part, things are lighthearted, but that always isn't the case.
Yeah, 100%. That's definitely something that you notice. Like, for the most part, it's relatively lighthearted. It's nothing serious. But then I think I don't know much about other stuff, but like I feel like AmberLynn is the one that when this kind of stuff is brought up, they're usually kind of talking about her for the most part. Maybe FoodieBeauty a little bit as well. Yeah.
All right, so the first person we're going to get a little.
What's up, Brian?
We got a summary of the people that we listed here, and then in the future videos, Mary's going to teach us more in depth about each person. So
we're gonna see some more. There's gonna be more videos. All right, I'm excited. So is Mary dipping her hat into the Goral World? She's gonna be an official broadcaster.
First person we got here is AmberLynn Reed, right? Amber is a weight.
It's sad that I know exactly what video this is. I know exactly the video. I know exactly how she sounds in this video. I know exactly it is.
First person we got here is AmberLynn Reed, right? Amber is a weight loss vlogger who has documented 11 years of failed
the quotes is just savage.
diets plus size clothing hauls and new days. She built an audience who supported and cared for her, and then lied to and disappointed that audience to the point of resentment. There are many more serious allegations regarding Amber, including the neglect of her pets and abuse of her girlfriends. We can't play the audio because of the music, but yeah, she's that's been her weight loss journey right there.
Wow. She started that journey somewhere, but she ended up she's like close to Narnia or something, bro. She's like
I mean, when I first found Amber, like when I was a little Am baby, I was fully rooting for her. And I feel like most people who stumble across AmberLynn, or even who see these kinds of videos that are criticizing Amber or talking about Amber in any way, they say like, well, what is the issue? What is this terrible thing? She's just trying to do her best to better her health, which, yeah, that's why I liked her in the beginning. That's why most people like her. She's funny and she's pretty and she's out there saying she wants to better herself and better her health. And everybody is really supportive of that. And then you find out that's not actually what she's doing. She self-sabotages a lot. There is, like I said in the earlier slide, a lot of more serious allegations about how she treats the people and animals in her life. But most people who see Amber in the beginning really do want, and even now, I really do want what is best for Amber.
So
yeah, I think it's like it starts with you, at least for most people, it starts with you being like, oh, I want to, like, I see someone that's struggling with their weight and you want to be supportive, especially like if you kind of come across it randomly, you see the comments of people being like not super nice and you're like, why are these people being mean to her? It's just a woman that's trying to lose weight. But then as you like, say if you end up being like, okay, I'm going to start watching these videos, the more and more you watch, the more you realize, is this person actually trying? Like, what is going on here? And then you do start looking at other people's content about AmberLynn, and then you start to realize, oh, this has been something that's been going on for a long time. And then I think people start to, they almost feel like they were tricked to an extent, right? It's like, I supported this person because I thought they were doing this, but then all of a sudden now that's not happening anymore. And I think people get a little like they feel like they were duped, hoodwinked perhaps. And then they're like, screw this, like this, it makes me mad. And then they search out other people that agree with them in that.
what you're saying is if we see anybody in the comments that's trying to like be mad about it, that we know they're new. We know they're new. You're like, you don't know yet. you don't know what's going on. You don't know the story, which we don't know either. That's why we're here to learn. All right. So the next person in the girl world is Chantel, the FoodieBeauty. Chantel's channel began with the makeup tutorials and quickly moved to the world of mukbangs, storytime, and vlogs. God, mukbangs is like the dumbest trend, I guess. Was it even really a trend?
It was. Yeah,
kind of.
It's its own genre, and it definitely became trendy and popular to do in about 2017. That's when it really picked up. And now it's kind of out of style in the Western world. Like, some people still do them, people make money from them still, but it's no longer trendy, I would say.
My opinion of mukbangs has always been it has like an underlying like fetish.
Oh, for sure.
For sure, yeah. It's almost like ASMR. Like people be like, I use ASMR to sleep, but then like you got the ASMR videos where like it's like a hot chick with like a microphone with an ear on it, and she's like, I'm like, oh yeah, you're just sleeping to that, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think like it's I would assume that people that are like genuinely in maybe like the mukbang field, or they're in the like ASMR field, that like genuinely they like doing it, or they do feel like it helps. I would assume that they would probably get kind of frustrated when it does kind of people use it as a way to like fetishize it, right, and then make money off of it that way. I don't know. I would be annoyed.
Yeah, right. It's similar veins for me looking at it. Yeah, mukbangs are just people are just like, yeah. It's the feeders, like, yeah, eat that. Yeah, fatty, eat that food. Yeah, oh, boy. Do it again next week, too. Moving on. She is also a live streamer who has documented some of the most extreme self-humiliation that I personally have witnessed on YouTube. There is a lot of fart, shart, burp, and vomit content.
No, thank you. No, thank you. There really is.
So she's kind of like the more realistic version of Nickocado then, I guess.
Right, with the burps and the sharks and the.
I would say that with Nick, it seems more like an act. With Chantel, everything seems very genuine. All cards are laid on the table with Chantel.
Yeah, I've always said that. The Nick thing, it's always felt like an act to me. Like basically, it's felt like watching, like WWE or something like that, where it seems like all planned out. But with Chantal, it does not seem that way at all.
Now that I don't smell like a bag of farts anymore in a bologna and cheese sandwich. Oh my God, you guys.
Hilarious.
I don't know if that's good, if that's better or worse, Kenny.
We're gonna get to Nick, but you know how I felt about him already, even before like learning about this stuff. Oh, he's like a character based off of all these people, but he's just gone too far. He's a method actor,
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, and I guess we'll learn more about like this stuff down here in a future episode. Man, it's sounds pretty serious. Wow. Moving on to the next one, we got old Nickocado. God dang it.
Yeah, we know this guy.
Yeah, we know this one. Anyway, so old Nick began his YouTube career playing the violin and vlogging about his international romance with now husband AmberLynn. Made a lot of vegan content as both he and AmberLynn were dedicated to the lifestyle and had met one another in Facebook group for vegan men. In a vlog 2016, Nicholas denounced the vegan lifestyle after expressing his frustration that he was never vegan enough, which sounds like a vegan problem.
No.
To keep
It's funny. I remember when that happened, I was actually with a group of friends and some of them were vegans and like they were talking about it. And I remember I was like, who is this person? And they showed me and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, and it was like, there was like a good amount of people that were kind of like, this was happening more and more where people were kind of coming out as ex-vegans. And it was very interesting being in that group while it was happening.
everyone happy. It's like, I'm eating this. This is vegan. And someone's like, oh, but by the way, did you know that there's a ingredient in there that's not vegan that no one knows about? And everybody goes, what can I eat? Vegan police. He also facing health issues that he believed could have been linked to his restrictive dieting. Nicholas began making mukbangs. He was one of the only American men to do so. His content became more and more extreme as the volume of food he consumed increased. So did his dramatic antics. Like the Nickocado is definitely a character, 100%. It's not.
Oh,
it's not him.
Yeah.
It's at 1,010% a character, but a very dangerous one. Whilst the feedback in his comments was negative, his views increased with each act of self-humiliation. The lines between the real Nick and the character he created have become so blurred it's difficult to distinguish who's who. Recently,
is there anyone? I'm curious if anyone in chat wants to write. Is there anyone that believes that Nick's character isn't a character and they genuinely think that he's really like that? I'm just curious if there's anyone that actually thinks that.
it seems he's on a healthier path. Back last year, the year before last, I think Nick and Oompaville, they were making videos together, and all of a sudden they even had like a podcast.
I remember that.
And then we made a video talking about it, and I was pointing out how like Oompaville was getting all these views and all these subscribers, and then comparing it to Nickocado, and he wasn't like really getting anything from it. He was getting a little bit, but it was like heavily in favor of Oompaville.
Of Oompa, yeah.
Yeah, because of the spectacle. And he was like becoming the person that you're watching Nick through, and a short time after that, they stopped.
Yeah.
I don't know, Dane, if I caused something to happen or what, but
Ken's the one that broke the podcast up. That's it. It's all on Ken.
Wow. Well, there goes your collab with Nick. Right out the window, Ken.
Oh man, maybe.
Yeah, Caleb Oompaville, I genuinely think he is very funny. Like most people that we've talked about, I don't really watch their videos in like when I'm just like relaxing, right? If I just like want to watch something, but Caleb's videos just genuinely I think are pretty funny, and I like he seems like a genuinely nice person. So I actually really like. If you've never watched Oompaville's videos, I highly recommend. They're very, very good.
Maybe someone watched my video and went, you know what? He's right. Why am I not getting all the stuff from this? Why is he making all the money? He's making. Dude, that had to be a conversation. I don't know for sure, but
you think it was? I wish to be a fly on the wall.
It's suspicious.
You know what I mean?
It's definitely sus. But again, I don't know anything to speak on it. Maybe they had a falling out. Maybe they just decided to go their separate. I don't know. Anyway, moving on to the next person, we got Hungry Fat Chick Candy Godiva. What a name. Or is it Godiva? Like, I don't know. What is
Godiva?
Godiva?
Godiva.
That's how I pronounce
You
it.
just pronounce it Godiva?
I've always said Godiva, but I could be wrong.
Hungry fat chick though. That should be like my first name.
Hey, yo, guys, it's me, hungry fat guy. Always hungry. Stay hungry. All right, let's learn about her. Candy is a former adult fetish model who has created eating and other fetish content on the internet since 2002. Her channel was created to be a food review channel, but was abandoned until mukbangs became main. All these people just did mukbangs.
Yeah.
They were like, finally, it's my time. Oh, man. After which she found her home within the niche. You know, it's also our time, Dane, you know?
Yeah.
It's also our time. Like, content creation's been moving more to like your PG kind of stuff. Like, you still got that kind of crazy things that people go watch, but just in general, YouTube is, it looks like they're frowning on it. It just gets less and less views. Even stuff that we did, like we had that video to where like the husband wants to be breastfed by his wife. That video, it's funny.
Yeah, there's a comment right here. It says, I feel bad for Candy. She lost money when she stopped. It's like, what do you do? That's like what I've talked about before. And people are just like, oh, just stop. You know, it is what it is. Like, too bad. I understand that line of thinking or criticism or whatever you want to call it. Like, I get it. And like, you're not wrong. But also seeing Candy and the size that she is, I obviously understand that any quote unquote regular job is going to be difficult for her. And so it worked for her, but then that's the nature of the beast is that if she does want to lose weight, which she's talked about it, right? She feels like she has to for her own health. It's really hard to do that and do mukbangs. I would say, I don't want to say it's impossible because really anything is like possible, but to be able to stick to that is very, very, very hard. And so I can understand, like, I feel for her and like, you know, if that means that I'm biased, well, that's fine. I'm a human that has my own biases, and that's fine. And I wish that she could find something that would work for her because I hate seeing the struggles that she has in my, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
As it was, is just too much on that sexual side, and it just doesn't do well anymore. And like people unsubscribe when you upload that stuff now, like people that watch us. Yep. So yeah, we just got to keep it. We need to go back to what we used to do before we started having all these running series, and just go find something that was funny and dumb on the internet and just laugh about it, and then move on about our day. You know, Big Ed. People are done with Big Ed. People are done with all this stuff, and it's our time, Dane. It's our time.
I believe in you guys.
It
you
really
can do
is.
it.
And the internet, you know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, it's moving towards what we already do. Hence why we are the greatest YouTubers to ever do it. You know?
Yeah, we're the best. We're the best. Like, there's just so many people that are trying to do. I swear on my Twitter, every time I look, it's just like some streamer that's doing something dumb to get attention constantly, and everyone's just getting sick of it, man. It's just like, okay.
Tell me you saw the drama alert garbage like today.
Today? What happened today?
Drama alert had the Island Boys.
Not the Island
Said
Boys.
something about some brotherly love.
I didn't even know that show was still on. Drama Alert? I did not know that was still a thing.
And they're just making out, like a picture of them just making out.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, Kick apologized for posting that, and then said they fired the person that does that job, and then they made a joke later, like still got the password. It was just a marketing thing. It's just
Crazy,
anyway.
dude. Crazy.
Yeah, that is a big difference between Candy and the other girls here, is that Candy has never hid the fact that she's a fetish model. Like, she's always done these kinds of videos. Nickocado, clearly, obviously, and we'll go into more depth with that later, is doing fetish work. But he really wants it to not appear like that. He really wants it to be like, this is just comedy. This is just all for the ha-has and he-he's.
He's got his OnlyFans too, you know?
He does. Chantel, a lot of her stuff, it's clearly like either for her own fetishes with the self-humiliation, like some people are into humiliating themselves publicly and they get off on it.
Has to be. Or
she is being paid by other people to self-humiliate like that online, because it's not regular behavior. And out of all of these people, I personally cannot stand to watch Chantel or Nick ever myself. I watch content regarding them through.
Yeah, this is why I've struggled with This is why I've struggled with making videos on them, because like I truly can't watch a full Nickocado video. I can't. I literally cannot do it. If I do watch one, I have to put on like 2 times speed and just like listen for the most part. And the same thing with Chantal. It's just, I don't know. It like makes me physically uncomfortable. Like, I'm not even joking. It makes me physically uncomfortable to watch those ones.
Through other people, like through the screen, in the same way that a lot of people will watch TLC through the most handsome, best YouTubers in the world, Cinnamon Toast Ken and Buff Pro, they cannot stand to watch MILF Manor on their own. That's how I feel about watching Chantal and Nick and Amber on occasion. And Candy, I'm just not Candy's intended audience.
You're welcome. All right. You're well. The way that you feel when you're watching that by yourself, that's how we feel. And then we got to make it funny. So subscribe and like and do all the stuff because, all right, it's tiresome.
It's interesting to hear this from other people because, like, sometimes I feel like maybe it's just me, but apparently I'm not alone. So that's nice to know.
Anyway, let's keep on going. Hungry Fat Chick. We got the next one here. After many more years of creating content revolving around eating food, she was ready to make a change for her health. She quit mukbangs briefly, and lost a large portion of her audience. She began the carnivore diet and began losing weight. That's the saddest part, man.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Yep.
It is really, truly sad. Like, this woman is, I believe she's in her late 40s. I'm very, very sorry if that's incorrect. And she's getting to a point in her life where she seriously does need to make a change if she wants to have a longer life, like realistically. And she did make that change. She went
Rachel just wrote that Candy's 51 years old.
on, admitted, a pretty extreme diet. Carnivore is not something I would ever want to do myself. But it was working for her. She was steadily losing weight. And the audience that she built just completely bailed on her because they don't care about her health. They don't want what's best for her. They want to watch her eat.
And that's the sad part. And this will keep.
Like, there are obviously some people, and I think there's some people in this live stream, right, that they do want to see her succeed. But the majority, and it's probably the silent majority, right, when we talk about those types of videos, most people will watch. Maybe they don't really comment because maybe it's something they're not super proud of that they're watching, right? So once they're not getting the thing that they want, it's not even malicious on their part, I don't think. But it's like, I'm not seeing the mukbangs. That's what I want to watch. So if I don't see it, I'm not going to watch it. And then they just move on. They don't even think much of it, right?
Keep making this stuff.
Very sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same. Like, people will like make comparisons, like, 1,000-pound sisters, and like, well, you guys are watching it and doing the same thing. And it's like, yeah, true. Anyway, sorry. Unfortunately, the positive change couldn't last. Candy chose to do mukbangs again in order to win back her audience. Unlike Amber and Chantal, Candy's views never wanted her to lose weight to focus on her health. Well, I guess that's the thing when you don't pretend that you're trying to do better and you make it about her formal, job.
Yeah.
Candy is, in my opinion, this is Mary's opinion, so, be mad at her, not me. No. In our opinion, Candy is, in our opinion, the kindest of the girls.
I agree.
And perhaps does not truly fit into the girl world at all.
Yeah.
She's never lied about who her content is aimed at or why she is producing it. I've never heard of her being hateful or nasty to anyone at all.
Let's go.
Oh, wow.
How would a wholesome finish there?
I agree with that 100%. Shout out to Mary.
Wow. Ready to go deeper? Next time on Mary Teaches About the Girl World. Dun, dun, dun. Mary's worked really hard on these slides. Mary's been doing this for like days now, and I keep walking by and being like, you don't have to work that hard on it. You can just give me like a sheet with like bullet points and we'll just read it. It's fine. But she's put a lot of work. She's got pictures, everything. Look at all this. Got a little videos.
I love
Great.
this
This
video.
was great.
Yeah.
This was very good.
She did a great job.
Yeah, and she's got there's a
100%.
whole, I don't know, like 2 more videos worth of stuff. Yeah, good job, Mary. Hooray. Have you learned a lot, Dane? Do you know more than you did before?
First off, I didn't know the Goral World existed, okay? I didn't realize they were the new Marvel. And,
They are the new Marvel, yeah.
The crossover.
I feel like they're taking
Crossover.
over. And this is why we got to be aware.
Yup. But all right, that's it. Leave a comment. Let us know some more stuff that you want us to know. But like I said, we're going
But there you go. So that's the video. So shout out to that. Here, I'll if you want to watch it yourself, here, let me here, I'll paste that in the chat for you. There we go. There you go. Go watch that. Go give it a like. Alrighty, everybody. Make sure you do that. It's important. But yeah, so that's the that's the video that I wanted to share with you guys. I was mentioned a little bit in it, you know what I'm saying? But I just I thought that it was interesting. And I thought it was funny that I was mentioned. I was like, you know what? Why, might as well. Why not? But yeah, so that's the video. And I think that's kind of where I'll probably end this stream. Thanks to everyone that came by. Thank you to Smooth Brain Individual. You left a lot of really cool comments. That was very fun. But thanks to Leah, to Brittany, to Haley, to Rachel. You guys are great. Thank you to the mods. To Danny, I saw that you were in here. Tay, thank you. Brian, you're the man. I appreciate you. Make sure you sign up for that half marathon. We can do it together. But yeah, to anyone that's here, I appreciate y'all very much. I have been enjoying doing these kind of sporadic streams, and I think I'll continue doing them every once in a while, because why not? You know what I'm saying? They're fun, and I don't feel... send me a message, Brian. I don't feel it's not stressful, and it's fun. It's fun to connect with you guys. But yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And yeah, thank you. My sister's calling me, so I gotta go. All right, see you later. Bye-bye.